Lord Krishna dealt with Karma Yoga and Sankhya Yoga in the third and second chapters, respectively. These two yogas are not newly introduced by Krishna. It has been initiated by the Lord in the beginning of the creation itself through the Karma Kand and Gyan Kand of the Vedas. Thus, this is an ancient wisdom which has stood the test of time. Hello and welcome to my channel. We are reading Bhagwatgeeta during the time of Pitru Paksh. Today we are reading chapter 4, GyanKarmaSannyas Yoga. So, let's continue. Krishna begins the fourth chapter by referring to the above aspect so that Arjun will have reverence for Gita. The Lord points out that he initiated the lineage of Vivaswan, Manu, Ikshvaku, and others in the beginning of the creation. It is the same ancient Vedic wisdom which is being revived by Lord Krishna through Arjun in the form of Gita because it had declined by that time. Now Arjun wonders how Krishna, who is his contemporary, can be the initiator of the ancient Vedic wisdom. As an answer to this question, Krishna introduces the topic of avatar. We are born because of our own karma, as well as the total karma of the world. In the case of the Lord, his own karma is not there. Thus, the karma of the world becomes the cause of the birth of the Lord. The evil actions of the wicked and the noble worship of the saints necessitates the manifestation of the Lord to punish the former and bless the latter. Thus, the Lord establishes dharma in the universe. But since this birth is only through Maya, it is apparent. Hence, it does not affect the true birthless nature of the Lord. Moreover, since Maya is under the control of the Lord, his omniscience, omnipotence, etc. are not veiled. He remembers all the past as well as his true nature. It is from this standpoint that Krishna says, I initiated the Vedic tradition. From the 9th to the 15th verse, the Lord talks about his true nature and its knowledge. Though the Lord seems to be active, he is free from all activities and their results. He is a karta and a bhokta. One who recognizes this nature of the Lord also becomes liberated, that is, becomes free from actions and their results. This shows that the true nature of the Lord and Jeev is one and the same. But being interested in the pursuit of various types of means and ends, one does not turn to this liberating knowledge. Still, some people manage to become one with the Lord by freeing the mind from attachment, hatred, and fear by surrendering to the Lord, and by finally gaining self-knowledge. Lord gives whatever the devotee seeks. From the 16th to the 25th verse, Krishna gives the knowledge of the nature of action and inaction and the characteristics of the person of such a knowledge. Having talked about the rareness of such a knowledge, the Lord defines a wise man as one who sees actionlessness, aims the activities as well as action in the seemingly inactive body. The idea is that the wise man accepts activities at the level of body because no one can expect relaxation at the body level. The very process of life is the continuous function of the body. One should only discover inner relaxation even amidst the activities by recognizing the true I as the actionless self. Therefore, true and complete renunciation of possible only through knowledge. In fact, the wise man never sees anything other than Brahman, that being the truth of all. Whether his body is active or not, he is not affected. He is self-sufficient, contented, independent, equanimous, and free from fancies, desires, expectations, attachments, and jealousy. His actions are meant for the worship of the Lord, which uplifts the humanity. From the 25th to the 34th verse, the Lord talks about the superiority of knowledge over all the other sadhanas and the way of getting that knowledge. Various sadhanas are compared to yajna. They are Brahma Gyan Yajna, Dev Yajna, Vaishya Bhog Yajna, Dam Yajna, Sam Yajna, Pranayam Yajna, and Ahar Niyam Yajna. All sadhanas lead one to liberation by preparing the mind. But being the direct mean of liberation, Brahmagyan Yag is superior to all. To get this knowledge, one should approach a guru who is established in the truth and who has the necessary language to communicate it. Such a teacher must be approached with humility, faith, and reverence and asked for this knowledge. Instructed by them through the scriptures, one gains knowledge, not otherwise. From the 35th to the 37th verse, Krishna talked about the benefit of this knowledge. Gaining the knowledge, one will not get into delusion once again. For he sees everything in the Lord as well as in him. That is, he recognizes his identity with the Lord. By this boat of knowledge, one crosses over the oceans of sin, however vast it may be. Like a blazing fire, this knowledge reduces to ashes all the karmas. Hence, knowledge is the greatest purifier. All other sadhanas can produce punya, which itself is a bondage. Moreover, no other sadhana can destroy ignorance, which is the root cause of all sins. That seeker who has purified the mind will soon attain knowledge by the teaching of a guru. In the concluding verse, Bhagwan talks about the qualifications and disqualifications with regard to self-knowledge. One who has faith in the Guru and the Shastra, sense control, and a sincere desire for knowledge will gain the knowledge. On the other hand, one who is ignorant, faithless, and doubting is doomed. He cannot enjoy anything in the here or in the hereafter. Therefore, Arjun, eliminate all doubts regarding the validity of these spiritual pursuits and resort to Karma Yoga. Advises Lord Krishna. Karma do not bind one who is ultimately established in the doubtless knowledge of the self. This is freedom through knowledge in spite of action. Since the renunciation of all activities through the knowledge of the actionless I amidst the activities of the body is the main topic here, this chapter is called GyanKarmaSannyas. So, this is it for today. I'll read chapter 5, Sannyas Yoga, in my next video. Till then, keep listening beautiful stories and keep smiling.